Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tim and this is Tim the Trailman. And today we're going to be doing a modification that you need to do. I highly recommend it if you're going to be putting a lift kit on your 4runner. Okay, it also applies to other solid axle type vehicles, but specifically in the 5th gen 4runner, it's a known problem where after you do a suspension lift specifically, that the panhard bar or track bar is going to be at a major angle. The problem with that is that it's bolted to the frame and then to the rear axle. That allows the axle to stay in center with the front axle and the frame, and when you go ahead and do that suspension lift, it raises the frame up and then will pull the axle back a little bit. We're just talking about minute amounts here, but what it does is it causes the axle not to articulate straight up and down like it was from the factory. I've been skeptical of this for over 7 months, but my neighbor has a 5th gen 4runner and I was like, let me see how bad the angle is. I asked politely to look under their 4runner. To my surprise, the panhard bar was exactly level. Now, according to the laws of math, if you go ahead and make that angle longer or more exaggerated, something has to move. So of course, my axle slid over a little bit. It's not measurable per se with a tape measure. Now, I do tell you over the last 7 months of having the lift kit, I haven't noticed a ton of difference going over bumps or off-roading or anything like that, but I have asked people on Instagram and Facebook and watched other videos, and they've said it's been a serious problem where it's almost felt unsafe with not having that panhard bar corrected. There are other options where you can have an adjustable track bar that is threaded and you can lengthen it. Of course, that will push the axle over. That leaves the slant in the panhard bar, but because it's threaded, the axle moves over. The only option for the 5th gen 4runner for a long time was a weld-on option. I wasn't very interested in that. I don't own a welder. I didn't want to pay somebody. I like to be able to leave it removed just in case long-term the 4runner goes back to its stock height or for whatever reason it needs to be repaired, that there's not this aftermarket component on there, or the aftermarket component is easily replaceable. Over the last couple months, Dr. KDSS has come up with a bolt-on option. That's this piece. There's a couple other components that you can see here. When you order the kit, it comes with everything you need, and it literally is a 5-minute install. This is gonna take me a little longer because we're making a video. Effectively, what will happen is this will slide over the piece, and then there's 2 options here. You can order the stubby in case you have a 1.5 inch or lower suspension lift, or you can order the full piece. The piece that changes is this. Then the track bar will mount up to the upper hole, and that is recommended if it's a 1.5 inch or greater suspension lift. Now, as you might know, Roxanne has a body lift on her as well, but if you do a body lift, you don't need this at all because the track bar attaches from the axle to the frame. You could raise the body as high as you want and that track bar could stay level because nothing has changed that it attaches to. So let's go ahead and get this installed and let's see how we do it. I'm super excited to have this, and then over the next couple months I'll be driving and off-roading and seeing if it's actually made a difference. The other thing that I hadn't noticed while driving in the last 7 months is no additional tire wear. I had the original Nitto Ridge Grapplers on there, and then I've had the BF Goodrich KM3s. They're wearing evenly. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is a 19mm bolt. That's all you have to do to take loose to get the track bar loose. We're not going to touch anything on that end. We just need to take this bolt, and then we will go ahead and just bungee cord this up out of the way so then you can install the Dr. KDSS part. Okay, so we've got the bolt out. Now we just need to remove this clip to get the ABS wire out of the way. That's the wheel speed sensor. And that will allow the bar to come up, and then the new bracket's also going to hit that or be in the way. So let me remove that, and then we'll talk about how to install the Dr. KDSS bracket. Okay, so I went ahead and got that out of the way now. Now this is going to come a little tight once you remove the panhard bar because this has been squeezed by a bolt. You can either use a big pair of channel locks, aka adjustable pliers, and pull on that, maybe an adjustable wrench, like a crescent wrench or something like that. I've already went ahead and did that off camera. Okay, so the first step is sliding this piece in here, like that. All right, after you got this piece installed, you're gonna take this piece here. You can see it's a little longer on the bottom, a little shorter on top. You're gonna feed that in, the long end towards the front of the car. That's gonna float around like that there. And then we're gonna be ready for the large piece to go on up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the factory bolt in first to hold everything up. Okay, so you reuse the factory bolt where the panhard bar was. You can see that I still have the panhard bar held up by the strap. That's gonna go in either the stubby slot or the upper slot. In my case, it's gonna be the upper slot. Now we're going to put in the additional hardware provided by Dr. KDSS. This bolt is actually a thread or two longer than this bolt here. Okay, it's hard to tell on camera, but it's a little bit longer. And then the long bolt here is going to be for the panhard bar itself. So the shortest one is going to go here in the bottom. The second longest will go through the side and bolt into that there. And then we'll be ready to lower the panhard bar and put that there. This bottom bolt right here, it's a little tricky because that piece moves. So let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have that one in. And just on a quick side note, everything is going to stay loose. It's kind of hard to tell, but none of this is actually torqued up or secured. So now I'm going to put the side bolt in. But the benefit of leaving everything loose is you can still wiggle around a little bit as you line up the extra holes, and then we'll tighten them all down at the end. I'll tell you the torque specs then. Okay, so I've got the side bolt put in, and I went ahead and put in the top bolt too to lower down the panhard bar so you can see the strap is missing. Okay, when you tighten all the bolts up, we're going to tighten up this one first, this one second, this one third, and then this one last. We're going to mark them with a paint marker, and then we're going to torque them down as well. Okay, so we're going to torque them all down to 125 foot-pounds. As a quick reference, all the bolt heads are a 19 millimeter. The nut that goes on the back is a 21 millimeter. So very few tools you need to do the job. Okay, the final step is to mark your bolts. This is just a green Sharpie marker. You can use anything that will mark on metal. And what I do is just put a little line right there, a little line right there, and a little line right there. The purpose of the line is so one, you know you torqued it, and two, later on, if you go to inspect your bolts, you can tell if those lines don't line up and the bolt has come loose. Okay, so that's a wrap. Everything's bolted up, torqued down, marked for future reference to make sure no bolts come loose. Now I'd like to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me and the channel. And if you'd like to be a patron too, please head on over to patreon.com/Tim the Trailman. Of course, I thank Dr. KDSS for building this. I'm super excited to have it. It's not sponsored. I paid for it. Dr. KDSS is super helpful. If you email or message on Instagram, I've always gotten quick replies with product knowledge or in stock or help in just even installing things. He has his own videos, of course, and I'll link that in the description. If you want to see more content like this, hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, and thank you for watching.